guys are adventuring in the lands of Toivoa. You guys started off up here in the town of Nausea, where you guys did some jobs in recovering a ship called the Changemaker from Fort Folly. Along the way, you guys met several friends and made several enemies. Once you've returned the ship from Fort Folly to Nausea, you guys decide to go on a shopping trip, during which time your companion Bloodsword was kidnapped by a woman and a dragon. You guys did some research as to where this person was and where Bloodsword had been taken. Thanks to some assistance, you guys found out that they have been taken to the land of Australia. Where in Australia? You're not exactly sure, but you're heading there to try to investigate. Along the way, you've taken the boat called the Amarazi's Revenge from Nausea to Ryport. On the way there last week, you guys stopped at an undersea ruin just off the coast of Reston and encountered a nasty creature that nearly killed Covet von Sin. Now you guys have arrived in Ryport and are looking for allies and resources here in the fair city of Ryport. You guys have stopped at the lovely tavern called the Longstridge Consortium here in Ryport, called the Seven Stories, and have been making the place nice in order to get it ready for future business. You've met up with a very positive and optimistic individual in the form of Losin Bolus, a dragonborn sorcerer of some kind who does not like negativity, or I should say, appreciates the positive side of life more than others. Your friend Eowyn has taken charge of the ship as they are guarding it from any ne'er-do-wells or bad GMs and preventing it from being stolen away from you guys. They are enjoying a quiet time aboard the ship, as Losin Bolus has stated that a friend of his will be visiting today. That's when we see a certain individual walk cheerfully through the door. What do they see?
You see a sort of shortish Owlin by race, but he definitely has the coloring of a blue jay. As he's walking through the door, he appears to just be distracted as he's maybe swaying a little bit, as though he is not really paying attention. Maybe has some, music going on in his head as he is wandering in. If you are super perceptive, you will see that his eyes are darting around the room as he is trying to track what's going on, while also making sure that others are not tracking him all that well.
Okay. As you walk into the room, you see 4 individuals. Can I get Mr. Twilight's Call to describe his character?
So, Twilight's Call is a male elf clad in black dragon-studded leather, has a pan flute on his hip, and is currently playing a lute. Though you do see that he is armed with both a longbow and a rapier. He's tall, medium build, green eyes, and ashen tan skin.
Okay. And then we will go to Covet von Sin.
You see a very fair, 5 foot tall elven woman. Her hair is blue. shaven on one side. Her outfit is completely black, um, and her nails are sharpened blue, sharpened to a point like stilettos, and very razor sharp. And she is not one to be messed with, but at the same time, she has a little soft spot that you can tell for a little dragon that is curled up in her lap. No, that's green, and you hear her coo his name, Absinthe. You're being such a sweet little boy today. Here's you some sugar, and she gives him a little sugar cube.
Okay.
Love it.
And then we go to Lauren.
You see a blue-skinned Triton woman with long, flowing green hair. She's wearing plate armor with kind of a seashell-type theme to it. She has trident straps to her back, and kind of I don't know what the right expression for the word I'm looking for is, but um, almost like a stoic or standoffish demeanor.
Aloof.
Yeah.
Aloof,
Aloof. Yeah,
definitely
that's the
aloof.
word. Yeah.
Resting bitch face.
She may have
Not
resting bitch
quite.
face, but she is generally hot.
Yes. Imagine a teal Tyra Banks is where we're going with
Nice.
that.
Nice.
The fourth person is a tall, dark brunette with bright green eyes, slenderish build, and she is elven. She seems fairly soft-spoken, but is being a little shy at the moment until she gets very excited. That will be Ayla Taylor. So, as you walk in, Losin Bolus looks over. Ah, Kiki! Welcome to the excellent Seven Stories. These are new friends. These are from the consortium.
Nice to meet you.
Consortium members, this is Kiki, the great monk of Ryport. Make your acquaintances, for after all, everything is excellent, is it not? Oh, look! Pot of how glorious!
To meet you.
What?
Yeah, Lorson said that that you guys might be looking for some help. That I guess I don't know. I've heard that maybe you might be down a party member.
We definitely are, and we're always looking for some new companions to go with us on our travels. Of course, the coin is there if if you pull your weight, just like everybody else here. Um,
Isn't that exciting? Oh goodness! Ah, the coffee!
I need some of that energy. Let me tell you.
Yeah, I mean, I hope I can pull my weight. I mean, I've been studying here with Ope, at the monastery, at the Serene Waters Monastery. So, I think I could probably, I can probably help out in some ways. I think I can be useful.
Can you sail a ship?
Can he sail a ship? Of course he can sail a ship! After all, he specializes in discounts! And he runs off.
Discounts. Oh my god.
I mean, I could sell a ship. That's true. I don't know that I can sail a ship. I can certainly learn.
I think I'm learning as well. I've got a book here that I'm learning as well, so maybe we could share it.
I'd love that. Yeah, let's we can study that together.
Sounds good.
And he said that you were a monk?
Yes, sir. Yeah, that's correct. I live over at the Serene Waters Monastery.
And how are the waters these days?
I mean, serene for the most part. You know, I mean, every now and then things get a little shaky, but for the most part, that's pretty serene.
Sounds.
The master there is the sage Ope, and you know he's I mean, when you think of like an old monk, you think of this guy. He's you know, he has no vision in his eyes, but he sees everything around him. He has been a great trainer.
I just picture this dude with white hair, with his goatee, with those long white whiskers, and just casually flicking it off to the wedge.
I'm thinking that's what he looks like. I don't know. GM Eric, is that a good description?
Except for he's bald. He does have the mustache and beard. He dresses in all shades of blue, long robes, and carries a staff.
Now I'm thinking Master Roshi.
Except, yeah, very Master Roshi.
Yeah.
For those of you who are DBZ fans. Yes.
I'm dying here. I'm dying.
Alright, so
What disciplines do they teach at your monastery?
I'm sorry. What was the question?
What disciplines do they teach at your monastery?
Like the waters that flow, it is the you allow things to flow through you and as part of you. Yeah, it's we try to emulate water.
They do such a great job of it too! You should see them when they freeze!
it's not yellow, is it?
Oh.
Ew!
Wouldn't that be
No, it's
colorful? Oh,
It's
goodness.
the blue waters.
I'm positive it's not yellow. I'm positive.
It is not yellow. It's the blue waters. They don't flow through us in that way. I see what you did with it. Yeah. No. That's-
Sorry, I was confused there for a moment. You just said flowing waters through you, and then just.
I think more
Twilight.
metaphysically. Less physically, more meta.
Twilight, you're cut off. No more.
But I just got started.
Honey, sweetie, it's a good thing you're cute.
It's part of my muse.
I thought I was your muse.
Oh, absolutely, darling.
So, it is time for the party. Are everything set? Everything good? Yes? Excellent! You have done an excellent job of ignoring that table. Could you benefit us by actually setting it? That would be most beneficial. Yes, thank you!
Table
Mr. Twilight's
six.
call. Please continue to be silent. It is excellent in exchange for the beautiful noises that you were making earlier. Yes! Islarin, you are doing an excellent job of looking very attractive there on the stool, doing nothing. Excellent! Yeah, this will be a fabulous party with all of the enthusiasm that I'm sure you are containing until that time.
Are you going to sing any more, Twilight?
I've got something prepared.
I'm good. I'm so excited to hear it.
GM facepalms. Please roll a performance check.
Oh shit!
With a
Holy shit!
27 performance. Damn. Alright, so proceed, Twilight's call.
I posted it in chat.
Oh, boo!
Oh come on! No, you made me sit here for the last 2 months and listened to this crap as you are writing it. No, you're gonna make everybody else listen to it. And this is Covet too.
Alright, I'll put it out there. Twilight looks with a sullen heart. I do not take pleasure in this next tale. He pauses, and then begins. Twilight's heart was heavy, his spirit bold, for his companion Bloodsword, who was ensnared by a curse untold. A valiant warrior, loyal and true, Bloodsword's life was in danger, Twilight knew. Looking to form a fellowship of might, mages, warriors, rogues, all shining bright. With skills and strengths combined as one, we prepare for the rescue under the sun. Once armed with knowledge and companions brave, Twilight would set forth his companion to save. Through treacherous mountains and enchanted woods, they'd face all perils, united as they should. So off they set, their hearts set aflame. To rescue their comrade, they conquer any claim. In the realm of Toivoa, their legends be made, as they seek to rescue Bloodsword, unyielding and unswayed.
Los Symbolis claps. Such an excellent oratory. Ah, if only we had a larger audience. Here, let us throw open the doors. Ah, look, there is so much room outside. You would think that this is a new bar. We have much
We have
potential.
posted flyers and invitations around Ryport to bring people in.
Indeed. So, let's go ahead and have a collective persuasion check from everyone who did so. Thank you, Twilight's Call, for your persuasion check.
He was
Okay.
focused on his oratory.
Absolutely.
So I believe Twilight's Call and Covet Vonson were the only two people who went out trying to persuade people to come in. Correct?
Didn't Ayla? I thought Ayla
Did
did
Ayla
too.
go? I don't think Ayla did.
No,
Did she?
no, she was working on the centerpieces.
Correct. She was working on the centerpieces. So, with a 23 combined, you guys will get 2 people to show up. They are a couple. They look fairly well-to-do. One stands about 5 foot, maybe a little taller with heels. And the other stands a nice 5'9", 5'11". His long golden hair shines in the sun. His black and gold armor distracts from the woman at his side. As he opens the door for her, he's whispering something to her. Ah, and she smiles, rolls her eyes, and steps inside.
Sounds
Oh,
great.
welcome to the Monsters Consortium. This is the 7 Stories. Make yourselves at home. Pick any table. We have much room. They step forward and sit down at a table looking for a waiter.
Covet walks over.
The woman smiles and looks up at you. I'd like to have a little bit of wine and a whole wheel of cheese, please.
Of course, I'll see what I can do. A whole
The-
wheel of cheese? Are we talking like one of the big wheels? Are we talking like a little
a small
wheel?
one, I'm sure. Just one, like a little mozzarella would be great.
Okay, I'll see what I can do. And she. What about you, sir? How would you like anything?
I would like righteousness and goodness for the entire world.
Of course you would. I'm talking about drinks and food.
Pure water and bread. For those are the foods of a hero. Also, some meat would be really great. Maybe some bacon.
I'll see what I can do.
Thank you. An extra bacon on the bacon, please.
Of course, of course. Is there
He
any
says
other
that
way?
so that he thinks the woman can't hear him, but she absolutely can.
Yeah. So, I'll be right back. And she walks over to the bar and looks to see if there's any of that there.
You look around. There's plenty of water. There is wine. There is cheese. There's bread because Lawson made bread last week. So it's all ready for you guys. There is no bacon.
Lawson, do you have any bacon that I can cook around here?
Do I have bacon? No, but I have opportunities to make bacon. Observe! Fora, bacon! And he conjures bacon.
Can I have a double of that, please?
Fora, bacon!
Thank you! And she puts all of that on a tray that was requested, including the small wheel of cheese, and takes it over to the couple. She, hands it, puts it neatly down on the table and says, "I hope that you enjoy this. Now, if there's anything else you need, just let me know." And she,
The gentleman raises his hand for you, and he asks, "Perhaps there's something I can do for you, miss."
Careful,
For me?
he'll start asking for tenants.
Yes. Have you made your peace with the great goddess Hadura and her great tenets of goodness?
I'm for the record, this is out of character. Hell. Okay. Okay, back in character. I have plenty of tenants. Thanks. I'm just gonna go and.
But you know that they're excellent and worthy and good goals to have.
I'm certain. Thank you.
They're great ways to leave your life.
I've got some dishes I need to clean.
Remember, when you clean your dishes, that you do so with utmost excellence and purity and kindness, and you hold them up to the light.
Sure. She looks at his significant other and just says "bless you" and walks off.
She smiles and pets a small mouse that comes down out of her sleeve and goes to nibble on the cheese. You are doing very well there, Covet. They are very exciting, are they not?
He's exciting. I don't know. I think she's a saint.
Perhaps. After all, for a paladin of his caliber, to be traveling with anyone other than a saint would be a sin.
Then she's got to be a saint.
So, with the performance of the oratory and the food and the drinks and everything, we are doing excellently well for the meager staff that we have today. So, please make yourselves comfortable. You will have lots of personal time today.
Outstanding.
And he is going to shuffle off to go work on something as he will go down into the cellar. Leaving you guys here at the consortium.
Can you,
as waitstaff.
can any of you sort of tell me what your next steps are here? You're missing a party member. Are we looking for the party member?
Well, he was kind of kidnapped, so yeah, we're on our way to
Oh.
Australia.
Oh, Australia. I've heard some pretty nasty things about Australia.
Yeah, that seems to be the consensus.
Yeah,
So-
I think I've heard that there's like large, like dinosaur-sized monsters there. Have you heard that?
I've heard that there's dragons everywhere. Fear lives in the mountains, and whenever somebody mentions the word fear, it's more of like a person rather than a emotion. So
I'm going to pause you there. Fear is in the mountain, not lives in the mountain.
yeah, I said,
Okay.
yeah, I thought I said fear is in the mountain. It's more of like a person. Like when they refer to it, it's more of like a person than an emotion.
Like a god, like or
Maybe
a spirit. Yeah, interesting.
it's
Interesting.
it's odd. And then lots and lots and lots and lots of spirits are everywhere. Or, they're everywhere. So yeah, it's gonna be an interesting trek that way for certain.
There will be
As-
dragons.
And the dragons. Yeah.
We've visited most of the continent, never set foot on the land, but uh, where we approached it, we saw one raping what could have been settlements in if weren't for that dragon. Um, as well as we expect to face one at the end of the journey.
But Bloodsword is a consortium member, and consortium make attempts to rescue their own.
True, but also we've got to remember we can't sit or lay down on the ground. That's not good either. They consider that like you're injured. Like if you sit on the ground, you lay on the ground, you're injured.
And then they attack.
No, they treat you like you're injured. They treat you with, I don't know, with utmost care, from what I understand. But it's
Unless they
only
kill off their injured.
that's true. We don't know about that either. So we've just been told get a hammock, get hammocks, sleep in hammocks. So I hope you have a hammock.
But I'm pretty good at flying up into the trees. I generally, can sleep in most trees as long as there's something close by. And I mean, if you've got a hammock, there must be a trees that you're tying them to. So I think I'll be good.
Hopefully, again, haven't seen the terrain at all except for like the coast.
Yeah, I've only heard rumors. Um, I've never seen it either. It is a big place, though. Do you have an idea on how to find your party member?
We were told that I think that we were told that a good place to start was what, the Dragon's Horn?
That or Fort Folly to consort with the leaders at the leaders meet.
So we know the most we know of his actual whereabouts is we were told of a cave somewhere south in the continent. But we're also told that Fort Folly and the Dragon's Horn are the only two viable landing sites. But we will need to arrive and then make an extensive land journey across the continent.
That is a long trek.
Yeah.
At
And
that
then
point, Los Bulls comes up. I just remembered! You are going to rescue a friend! You should get going! I will take care of this! Out! And he will start ushering you guys out of the building.
Are you positive you want us to leave?
Am I positive? Miss Covered Von Sin. Mwah! Mwah! Of course I'm positive! Out!
So
Go!
we need
Be heroes!
supplies.
Be excellent! Make a legend of yourselves! Gone!
And your supplies in the basement.
Of course there are supplies in the basement. Why would there not be?
Some healing potions, some scrolls, and any other items that might be of use to us to help rescue our comrade.
And
Well,
I mean-
there is great potential to have those in the basement. We have storage space for them.
Do they exist in the basement?
The opportunity for them exists in the basement, yes.
And I am positive that you will give us a voucher to acquire said items.
I am positive that your hope for such a thing exists.
Would Kiki know where in town to get things like this?
Yes,
like where the potion house is?
absolutely. As you guys are ushered out very
Before we
gracefully,
go,
but in this pushy host sort of way where he's ushering you with open arms to go outside. Enjoy the weather! After all, it is only going to
Wait.
rain today.
Embrace the day.
before we go,
Yes.
I just like
push it
to.
aside. Yeah, go ahead.
I'd just like to hand Lawson a letter and say, ensure that this message reaches the consortium in Nausea.
Of course, of course, of course. Send me the letter and I'll take care of it.
Okay.
That'll be fun. All right. So you guys are ushered out into Rydeport proper. It's drizzling.
Well, at least my hair will look fabulous.
So, any way that we can find out about the idol of the Wayfinder? Or acquiring Wayfinder status?
Every person we've talked to has had no idea. Apparently being a wayfinder is hush hush.
Well, do we go to the Dragon's Horn at the tip? Or do we go all the way back down to Port Folly and deal with the dragon there?
We can go to the monastery. The master there is very smart, knows a lot of things. So if you have some questions for him, maybe we could go there and we could talk to the Sage Ope.
I like that. Maybe he knows something about Australia and these wayfinders and, you know, the wayfinder status and stuff like that.
He might. He knows many things. He's very, very smart guy.
Okay. We're going to have the camera pan over to the ship real quick. As Eowyn is on the ship. Eowyn, what are you doing at the moment on the ship?
Just resting.
Just resting? You're enjoying the nice weather, which is just a little drizzly. There's a little bit of just a slight swell that just rocks you comfortably on the ship. It's so nice just having a quiet day. Nothing happens at all. Meanwhile, the camera flies back across the bay, swooping across the waves, up through the buildings to watch the rest of the party walking through the town towards the Monastery of the Serene Waters. As you guys approach, the walls of the monastery are about 14 feet high, and they are black marble laced with jade. As you come up to the gate, it is a round gate, like a hobbit hole. The doors are 20 feet high and open down the middle. They are currently open, and you can see inside well-manicured gardens and several monks going about doing landscaping. Walking in?
Come on, guys. Let's come in. I'll introduce you to the master.
As you guys, everyone going in? Just question.
Sure, why not?
Sure.
Excellent. As you guys walk in, you get a distinct tingle that goes down your spines. This is an unmistakable aura of magic on this place that causes a little bit of wariness from especially Covet.
Yay!
Walking up to you is a bald man, about 4'8", with a little staff. He's looking right through you towards the gate. Is that you, Pecker? Pecker Kiki, are you there?
Yes, it is me, master. I am here.
You're never quiet. You're never quiet. It's okay. I hear you. You're good. So, you have friends. Where did you find 3 ladies? Is it 4? It's hard to tell.
I found these are the members of the consortium. I told you that I was gonna venture out into the world.
Bah, the world. It's overrated. You know that out there, there's all sorts of things. Just remember that there's a place in the world that is perfect and serene and calm. You're rocking a storm. We're right here. Let all of the adventurers out there bash themselves against our stability and wreck themselves.
Wrecking is not very serene.
He came in like a
it-
wrecking ball.
But the stone is still there and does not care. Who are you, mister, that walks like a woman?
Twilight looks around to see who he's talking to.
He's looking at you.
Kiki already turned to look at you as well, knowing that's who he was addressing.
I think I killed them.
She's over here snorting.
So who are you, sir? Nice
I'm,
to meet you. I'm Ope.
Twilight's Call.
Twilight's Call. Like the dinner bell.
No, that's evening's call.
Mm-hmm. So you're the bedtime alarm. Got it. Someone smells nice. Which one of you smells nice? Ayla will step up. Hi, have you, do you like fried chicken? And he's gonna smile. Who doesn't? And she will be like, you and I are gonna be great friends. So, Mr. Young Kiki, please tell me about these other 2. One who smells of salt and sea air. And lilac? Intriguing.
That is the beautiful paladin Islaren. She's I don't know. I just met them. I don't know a lot about them right now, but they seem like good people, and they're looking for well. And also here is Covet Sin. Covet is another beauty, and she is here with a body. She seems very powerful.
Well, let me see. And he walks up, and he's obviously blind, and he reaches out at 4'8". He reaches out to touch and see the people he's been introduced to. At your height, Von Sin, he reaches to your face and feels around your face. Oh, you are beautiful. Excellent. Oh, interesting choice with your hair. And then he turns over to Islaren, and his hand goes directly where a 4'8" man's hand would go on a very tall woman. So, just saying.
It's just straight to the boob.
I
That's it.
Yep.
move
Right
his
across the
hands
breastplate.
to where else?
Where did you move his hands to? Up to your face?
Honestly, I think that there aren't many better options.
Okay.
Face would be good. Face would be good.
So he reaches up. Oh, you are beautiful. Goodness. Oh, you Triton? Sorry for touching. And he will withdraw very quickly. My apologies to you and your family. No offense was meant.
None was taken.
That's a load off my mind, Kiki. You know what they say about Tritons and touching. You look but don't touch.
I was a little surprised that you were so forward, but you're the master.
You didn't tell me she was a Triton. You're supposed to help me with these things.
Sorry.
Remember, We help those who don't have other senses. Like, your connection to the magics. It's so poor. You really should work on that.
I am working on it. I work very hard, but that's why I need to go out and do these adventures. I think I need to do something different.
That Francine woman, she's got great spells. Trust me, I could feel it in her aura.
She struck me as being very powerful. Yeah.
Covet looks around at herself, like, does it show?
That other woman, that Twilight's Call, yeah, she's, whatever. They are, they're talented too. Just, you gotta be careful with them.
I think this is a very talented group. I brought them here to speak to you because they have some questions about a couple of things. I'll let them ask the questions themselves.
Okay, Becker, okay. So, how can I help you? I am Master Ope. What you need?
We're pleased to meet you, Master Ope. Well, we're going to go.
Just call me Ope.
Okay, Ope.
Okay, that's me. Ha!
This is perfect, okay.
What's this funny? I don't understand. Are you making fun of my name?
No, I'm not making fun of anything. I think that you are just quite charming.
Thank you. Like yourself.
Thank you.
After all, how would you have gotten this lovely individual who walked so gracefully next to you?
Yes, they are incredible, aren't they? That being said,
We're going to be traveling to Australia, and
This is what happens when you give Eric time with the new character, and they're like, "Hey, let's build a monastery." Eric gets his characters and monasteries built, and he's like, "Yeah, I'm going to set this all up."
she's crying over here for the record.
I try, do my best.
She's going to snort here in a second.
Yeah.
3,
You should drink some
2,
wine.
1.
I haven't drank anything yet. I'm going to soon, I swear. Okay, please continue.
But I'm waiting for you to speak, miss.
Okay, okay, so we're going to go to
See,
Australia.
conversations happen in a give and take. I send you the conversation ball, and you throw it back. Otherwise, you're a little selfish person.
We're trying to go to Australia to retrieve a friend that was taken by a dragon named Sageos and a woman that works for him called Severina Shadowsoul.
Oh, this must be quite so dire if it stops you from laughing.
Yes, well, the way he was taken was not well, anybody being taken is not normal, but when it's a dragon, a multicolored dragon at that,
Ooh,
what do you do? I was just wondering,
you admire the coloration.
Oh, that's about all we could do.
Did he say anything when he was taken?
He did, but he was silenced because I thought he was going to be casting a spell, and well, I silenced him.
See, Pecker Kiki, this is someone who understands magic in its true forms. Dragons are very magical, very powerful. She is very cautious. You understand that silence is one of the true forms of serenity.
Yes, Master. That makes sense.
Remember, serenity is a thing to be achieved. Consider the firefly when you think about serenity.
Covet leans over to Twilight. Am I serene?
Oh no, I don't let you be quiet at all.
So what do you know about Australia?
It is a land far away from here. Not our concern.
Well, I was hoping that you could help us figure out what a wayfinder is and how to achieve that.
Oh.
And
Of course I can tell you what a wayfinder is. Anybody can do that.
oh,
Of course! A wayfinder is someone who finds the way where you are going.
yes.
The obvious. Pekakiki, while they're very talented, they don't seem very smart.
Okay. Anybody else have any questions? Because I don't think I'm asking the right ones.
Did you know any more about the dragon, Master Ope?
Oh, the only dragon I know is the great dragon Kyofu. Kyofu.
You'll see that Kiki will join him in his praise of Kyofu, who is our god here at the mission.
Oh, like all the monks all at once do the whole hands up and down thing, and then they go back to what they're doing.
We all raise the roof together.
Yep.
But the Wayfinders, I think the Wayfinders is supposed to be an organization here in Raiport. Is that something that you would know about?
I would know about it, but they're not. At least not that I'm aware of.
Do you all know more about the Wayfinders? Are they from Australia?
Yeah, it's part of the culture of the natives that are over there. We've heard rumor that a consortium member was able to become a wayfinder, and that allowed him access to certain groups, locations, and information while they were in Australia.
Sounds like something you should investigate, Pekakiki.
They're the only ones that are allowed to lay on the floor, too, and not be considered injured.
Interesting. I would be most uncomfortable at night, for I'd like a firm bed.
What about a mall? Have you encountered a mall, Master Ope?
Of course I have. There's a mall just down the street. It's a great place to shop.
And I'm sure that a Kiki here could offer you a great sale as well. But no, we're talking about an animal, and that
I'm sorry.
is...
He could sell? Master Shikiki, have you gone the way of the profiteer?
I mean, you got to make a buck. I still have to be able to make a buck here and there. So, we do some sales on the side.
So your capitalism training has done well. Excellent.
But we're talking about the animal, on how to handle the animal, and how to potentially acquire one of its eggs.
I'm confused. He says he is looking for a mall, and then he's looking for an Annie. I don't understand. What is an Annie?
Okay.
Oh, is that okay? No, my name is Ope.
Are you okay? Ope!
I am okay. But I am also Ope, and I am okay.
I am glad you're okay.
Covet
So-
takes her sketchbook out and she just sits down and shakes her head and starts sketching this very interesting sage Ope that's in front of her, because she just, with all of his quirks and his little idiosyncrasies that he's doing, the gesture of what is Annie? And then he's talking about a mall, particularly that whole facial expression he's doing.
What
Ah,
about
but I'm sure if you go to the mall, you can find someone named Annie. Then it would be an Annie mall.
So on a more casual
Oh.
basis, since I expect you wouldn't have specific knowledge of these places, but you were told of two different, uh, actually dangerous areas where we could end in Australia. One
Mm-hmm.
of which, one of which we know the primary danger. We know that the dragon that breathes fire upon the land. Other of which we know almost nothing.
Is she addressing me, Pecker Kiki, or is she addressing you?
She's addressing you.
This is a real honor for Tritons to be addressing me. But yes, you said there were two. Sorry, I was very distracted by the fact that a Triton is speaking to me.
first location is
Well,
Fort Folly.
That sounds silly. Or
Second
dangerous.
location is the Dragon's Horn.
That place doesn't exist.
It doesn't exist.
It's a legend. Everybody knows that the dragon's horn could not possibly exist.
Why is that?
It's a legend. Everyone knows it's simply a story to tell children of a place where infinite knowledge exists, where enlightenment can be achieved simply by walking through. Enlightenment is earned, not simply given. It is not simply a path to be walked, but a journey to be made.
And yet, behind every legend is an element of truth.
Perhaps.
Day.
At
Interesting
least in
way.
the legends that I tell.
You tell legends?
But of course.
Ah, they must be very interesting.
Would you like to hear one?
Not really. After all, I have a bonsai that I need to trim.
Bonsai!
So, my question, what is your advice on whether it is preferable to face a terrible known danger or a completely unknown one?
My advice is to let the danger come to you. Do not seek it out. Thus you will be serene in all things. Danger will come to those who seek it. It will happen. It is a surety. As Kyofu says, everything happens.
Well, before we leave on our trip to go recover our friend, is there any way that we could get a blessing from Kyofu?
Kyofu. But that is very sacrilegious. Next time, don't do it here. It's for, true worshippers. And Miss Covet, you're not one of us. Just, that's as much as obvious. With the holy symbol and the dichotomy of your aura, we know that you're having problems here. So, be very careful with the disrespect.
Not trying to be disrespectful.
Okay, just sacrilegious. I understand.
No, just trying to. It doesn't hurt to have, friends in high places and blessings.
Yes, but from what I sensed of your aura, you may have friends in low places.
I've got friends in low places.
Whiskey? Where's whiskey?
Oh,
That's
but
Absinthe's cousin. Shush.
the little dragon bites you.
It wasn't
We don't
me.
talk about him. No. He doesn't like his cousin being mentioned. So what was the question again?
Just good fortune on our trip.
Oh yes, the blessing. Blessings. Ah. In the name of the great Kyofu, the great black dragon, who shines upon all of magic, may you have good fortunes going forward and bad, for balance is key. May you understand the difference between good and evil and choose that which brings balance to the world.
Thank you.
May your paths be straight and calm.
Great, because we're gonna need that out in the seas.
Oh, one thing, Master Ope, they do have some need of sailor expertise. Is there any training that you could give us, or we have a book, but any assistance you could help us with sailing a ship?
I have never been on a ship, but I do have one very key, important piece of information to pass along to you. Remember this when you are on a ship. At all times, keep the water out of the ship.
Duly
Very-
noted.
Duly noted.
You guys aren't sure if he's super wise and philosophical or an idiot.
I was gonna say when we get outside, Kiki's definitely gonna be like, I don't know. What are your guys' impression? I've been studying with him for a while, and I still am not sure if he's like insane or just super wise.
Twilight's skeptical.
Have you ever seen him drunk?
I have not. He, it's funny you should mention that. He doesn't really seem to drink, although I've seen him look drunk often.
Maybe he's high on life?
He's high on something. I can never make sense of him. But, I'm hoping that maybe as I learn more on this adventure, that I will be able to come back to my monastery and he'll make sense to me then.
The last thing you guys see before you guys leave the gate is Master Ope reaching into a wheelbarrow of manure and taking a big whiff.
Okay, real life, because we live like right next to a farm and they just put manure out like yesterday. Ew!
Olfactory stimulation, go!
Oh god, no.
It's fertilizer. It's good stuff.
Lauren
When
will-
you're
Now
not
you could do some
downwind.
gardening.
What's this Lauren doing?
I said, Lauren will consider for a while and then say, I think it is good that you are getting a new perspective at the monastery that it's possible that Ope lacks.
All right. So, you guys ready to go aboard your ship, or do you want to stop somewhere?
I guess we're ready to go aboard the ship.
You got the potions you wanted?
I was looking for consortium handouts, but that's about
Oh.
the extent of it.
Hey, looking for freebies, huh? Uh-huh. Just trying to mooch off the consortium. I understand the one guy here, you figure he's got a ton of wealth because he's running a bar that has no patrons except for two, where he's giving them freebies to get more people to come in. Got it.
Yeah, but he's on the consortium this time.
Yeah, and he spent it all.
Lutono would not appreciate that, probably.
Oh no, this is a big deal, and C's pissed at this guy. So, yeah, that's a whole other storyline that you guys can explore later.
Oh boy.
Oh yeah, there's internal politics at the consortium. Imagine that.
Shocker.
That's
All right.
definitely reflective of real life. Every organization,
Speaking from recent experience,
every organization has their politics.
Oh yeah.
and mine doesn't. Yay!
That's because hi, Geomeric,
You
party
never, you
of
never,
one.
you never argue with yourself.
I take that back.
Look,
I
it's
argue with myself all the time.
I argue with myself. My
Look,
boss
it's-
doesn't let me ever have a day off. Just saying.
I'm just saying it's okay to ask to talk to yourself. It's okay to ask yourself questions, but when you ask yourself what did you say, that's when you need help.
I need help then. Um, yeah. But Steve understands. Steve understands running a business.
I do indeed.
All right. So, as you guys are done here in Wrightport, you return to your ship. Take your little skiff, and as you're leaving, you see a woman watching you leave. She's about 5'11", wearing brown robes. There would be uninteresting except for how intently she's watching you guys leave.
There's a woman. She's watching us leave. She's wearing brown robes, and it's 5'11". It's so odd how she's watching us.
I got one job on this ship. It's stupid, but those of you who've seen Galaxy Quest understand what I'm talking about. Great movie. All right, so you guys getting in the skiff and headed out?
Well, the woman who's watching us with brown robes and is 5'11", does she have like any emblems, insignias on her?
None.
Is she recognizable?
Fairly. Let me go ahead and get her picture for you guys because I'll
Would
share that.
Kiki
with
have
you.
seen her around town?
You can roll a history check. This would be a DC 22 to have seen her because it's yeah.
Well, technically, I could get there.
Unfortunately, not. But I will show you a picture here. You were probably in the monastery when it happened, but this is the picture of the woman.
Wow. An ominous woman in brown robes, standing 5'11", watching us.
Well, she's endowed.
That's
Those
the
are
comment that
knees.
everyone makes.
Those are her knees.
That is a shelf. Okay, she's 5'11", wearing brown robes, and looks rather ominous.
I'm glad you think they're pretty, Aaron.
I get in the skiff.
Okay, you guys get in the skiff and head back to the ship. Excellent.
I
I
Get in.
watch her to make sure that she's only watching us.
yeah.
She's only watching you guys. Nothing else happens, and she just watches from the dock as you guys leave.
And she's not taking notes or.
No?
I just kind of wave nicely. Say,
As you wave, she raises one eyebrow. And that's it. That's the only reaction you get out of her.
that's okay. She knows that I see her, so yep.
Eowyn makes a good point. Who's to say she did not take mental notes?
Yeah, she probably is. Well, she obviously is. Yeah.
Covet pulls out her sketchbook and begins to try to sketch this woman.
Okay.
I don't know how well she's gonna do, but I'll try.
Roll your sleight of hand, please.
Oh, sleight of hand, not performance? Okay.
Your performance, I'm cool with that.
Oh, performance? Let's do performance! Yay! Yes! Performance is much better than sleight of hand.
Yeah, you didn't do a stick figure. Excellent.
Sleight
Got
of
it.
hand would...
Decent, recognizable thing that if you were to show someone, they'd be able to recognize this person in a crowd.
Stick figure with big boobs.
Just, yeah, the letter B sideways. Got it.
She puts up in the corner next to the picture, woman watching us leave, and brown robes, 5'11", here in Ryport.
Okay. Well, as you guys drive your skiff out, I'm going to give you guys the benefit of the doubt, as Islarian and Twilight have figured out how to row a boat together after last time. With your history check, you would have seen the skiff do circles in the bay as they were approaching earlier, Kiki.
This is a better option than going in circles, I think.
But
Twilight
you guys,
look.
I was so dizzy, my head was spinning.
what's the star doing?
I just give Twilight a look.
Okay.
Hey, you're twice my size.
It's not the size that matters, it's what you do with it.
I would
Speaking
know.
of a shelf, yeah. Never mind. Going on. We move the ship. As you guys approach the ship, Eowyn's aboard. You guys can come aboard, no problem. Nothing has happened to your ship. You guys
Hey,
ready to
look.
set sail?
The ship is just the way we left it.
Kiki will introduce himself to Eowyn.
Eowyn, can I get you to describe your character, please?
Sorry, what?
Can I get you to describe what Kiki sees? As you see a Blue Jay person come aboard your ship. What do they see?
Just an high elf, blonde hair and pale skin, blue eyes, and hers have shape.
Okay. Cool. As you guys get aboard the ship, ready to set sail?
Yep, I'll prepare the ship to sail.
All right. You prepare the ship to sail, heeding Master Ope's advice of keeping the water off of the ship.
That's
Guys,
good
weigh
advice.
anchor and head out to sea.
Kiki will fly up above the ship from time to time to just sort of keep an eye out on the water.
Excellent. Can I get a survival check as you go to leave Ryport proper? Excellent. A 27 with your water vehicles. You sail clean through the center of the seawall and out into the ocean.
I don't see how anybody can run into the wall. It's like a big gaping hole.
Would have to be either exceptionally attentive or exceptionally unskilled.
I just go back and start studying my book.
Okay. As the
Kelly.
drizzle gets worse, it begins to turn into a soft rain. It's going to be a wet day.
Lovely.
Covet, you want some hands-on lessons on how to handle this ship?
I should study for Leslie, but you're always so attentive with my studies, so sure. I'll study for Leslie later.
Okay. So, as
hey,
you
Kiki.
make your way... Good.
Kiki, did you want to? While I'm learning to sail with hands-on lessons, do you want to read the book for
Yeah,
how
I'd
to
love
sail?
to. Yeah.
He,
Yeah. That would be great.
okay,
Ever
cool.
seen a wet bird?
Yeah, that's why he's back on the he's back on deck at this point. He is not flying.
Um, poor guy, poor guy. Um, she looks around and sees she tries to find an umbrella but can't find one anywhere.
Oh, it's all right. It runs off. It's just, not my favorite thing.
Okay, all right. Well, here's the book. I'm gonna go learn to sail.
All right, I'm gonna study the book. Thank you so much for this, Covet.
Can I
No
get an
worries.
insight check from Kiki, please? From Mr. Shakiki. Insight check comes through as a 27. When she says, I'm going to go learn to sail, there is a hint of innuendo in there.
Just a hint?
I thought that was obvious.
Yeah. It's obvious to Shikiki, yep.
Can I just say your very first roll being a nat 20?
Right?
That's pretty.
You
Yeah,
wouldn't
that's
fit in
okay.
on Wednesday, just saying. For those of you who have not paid attention to the Wednesday night group, they're called the Toivoan Trainwreck, and everyone's first roll in that group has been a natural 1.
Wow.
Right.
I do
It's
listen to
been amazing.
that game, but I did not realize that it was there had been such consistency.
Yeah, this past Wednesday they actually rolled a check that was in the negative numbers.
To be fair, that's not the first time that's happened.
No, it happens quite often. But yeah, I think they
Is that
actually got
how
a
they
negative
ran into the
2.
seawall?
Yeah, they ran into the seawall doing that. They did a variety of things doing that. People embrace their negativity in that one. It's a lot of fun. Anyway, moving on. So, as you guys sail away, sail away, are you guys going out into the blue waters, or are you going to stay near the shore, Twilight?
We are going to skirt the protectorate waters, very similar to the last time we sailed these waters.
Okay.
So having, at least on my map, it showed the dragon's horn at the very tip of
Yep.
Australia.
Mm-hmm. We'll go ahead and throw the map up here again for you guys, because that's a good thing to have.
Okay, so just a quick question, GM. I have heard it
Yes.
pronounced a couple of different ways. Is it Australia, or is it Australia?
I use Australia so that we can break the association with both the country of Australia and Austria.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure.
Yes, it's Australia with a big O.
Australia. Okay.
Yes.
So something like that.
Okay. That's where you're going to head?
Unless somebody tells me we need to go to Fort Folly instead.
I don't hear
Wait.
any objections.
I'm looking at my notes. There was lots of notes.
Can I ask you why you wish to set us on course for the Dragon's Horn?
Well, we don't have a whole lot of enlightenment. We don't have a whole lot of information. We know we're going up against a dragon. So what better place to find out about a dragon except by talking to some dragons who are seeking enlightenment, and maybe they can spread that enlightenment, and then we get our knowledge, and then we know what we need to do thereafter.
However, on the
That
flip
is an
side,
excellent point. Are dragons known for spreading anything?
Well,
We convinced them that the pathway to enlightenment is the sharing of knowledge.
And then there's Fort Folly, and
Yes.
if we arrive on a Friday, there's the tribal leaders meet on the east side of the tower.
So, where do we go?
I like the enlightenment bit, but I'm scared of the enlightenment bit because the big dragons.
I'm totally open to it.
Well,
We've come to a crossroads. Do we proceed north or do we proceed south?
Suppose there's the chance that's enlightenment, then perhaps it's worth investigating.
true enlightenment.
Okay. So, you guys sail eastward along the shore. Excellent.
Dun dun
It's
dun.
about
Dun, dun,
a mile and
dun.
a half, 2 miles off of
could
the
do
shore.
that, actually.
So there's no fear of shoals or shallows or reefs or any of that piece, but not deep enough to warrant the attention of the protectorate.
That's not ominous at all.
All right, so you're dodging reefs, etc., as you sail eastward.
And sand elementals that that die laughing at terrible, terrible dad joke.
Hey, that worked. That was really good.
That was
Never underestimate the power of a well-timed, well-placed joke.
Never. Ever, ever. Will I ever say never again?
Kiki,
All right,
have
so-
you heard that joke?
I don't think Kiki has heard that joke. As they regale you about the story, Twilight's Call, can I get you to wax eloquent about the story of you guys and the reef?
Oh, let me pull it up. It's okay.
The Amarazi's Revenge and the Reef. It's actually a sandbar, but...
Do I have that on here? Let me look.
I don't know if
you don't.
have.
You're going to have
You
to
don't.
actually do it yourself.
This is awesome! Yay!
I thought I had it on there.
Nope.
Ah, damn it. Okay. So no shit, there I was at the helm of this boat as we're heading westward. There, where the boat got grabbed by this great big sandbar elemental. It's like, you know, what the heck? Let's see if he knows the power of a good joke. So I asked the sandbar elemental, what did the boulder say to the sandbar? My, you really fine. The sandbar, realizing his mistake, fell down laughing, enjoying the greatness of the joke, and we continued sailing on thereafter.
Amazing. Amazing.
Seriously, that's what happened.
That's a great joke and a great story.
All right. Well, as you guys head eastward, the sun, as it is, gets low, and the clouds, the overcast sky, gets darker and darker until it becomes nighttime. Everyone is laying in the rain. Excellent. It's not a cold rain. It's just that nice, perfect temperature of a shower that you want to be out in. So, it gets dark. You guys want to set up watch, or are you guys going to just stay awake tonight?
What?
Set
I
up
like watch.
Okay.
Always.
Who's going to be on watch first?
Islar, when do you want to switch off? Because that will determine when I'm on watch and when I get my 4 hours of sleep.
I am prepared to take over at any time you wish.
So,
I can
if
also
you-
do watch if you guys want. I'm happy to do watch as well.
Yeah, no, it's just more of keeping the ship, somebody at the helm of the ship that is proficient in operating said sea vehicle.
Gotcha. I'll go back and study this book a bit more.
Okay. Are you going below decks, or are you going to stay on board the main deck?
I think Kiki will stay on deck for a while, and then eventually he'll make his way down to his quarters.
Excellent. Ayla Taylor will also go below deck, and she is not feeling all that great today.
So I guess Covet and I could take first watch, and if Lauren, if you and whoever else would replace us thereafter, and you could take over driving the boat.
Okay.
Excellent.
Is Eowyn going to be below deck or on deck for the sleeping section?
On deck.
Below deck? Okay.
No, on.
On deck. On deck. Got it. Okay. Are you near the front or back of the boat, Eowyn?
Front.
The front of the boat. Excellent.
I think
All right.
Kiki's actually going to go into the crow's nest to sleep.
Okay.
I love that so much. I just cannot even tell you how much I love that right now.
It is now the Blue Jay's nest, yes.
Yep.
Is Kiki a medium-sized creature or a small creature?
She is. He is a small creature.
Excellent. Updating that. Cool. All right. So, as Ayla is below deck, Spartan, are you on deck or below?
I'll be below until it's my turn to sail.
Okay. All right. So, I need perception checks as you guys sail through the dusk and into the night. Thank you, too.
Well, wow.
All right. I'm going to send Shaki a note. And in... Yep, so... Look, if I can do this right. Oh, you get if your name here is... All right. There you go. So, you'll see that, while Twilight and Covet do not.
I am oblivious.
See, what you do is you put your hand here on the wheel.
Are you giving her the lesson from behind?
Of course.
Phrasing. Thank you.
How else
But
would
you
you give a
guys-
hand on the lesson from behind?
Yeah, I'm not gonna... No. All right.
And moving on.
Yeah, as we fade to black on the two pilots, in the rain, in the dark. Mm-hmm.
I'll study later.
She's getting all wet.
That's because of the rain.
That's right.
Absolutely.
All right.
How does the sale go? I mean, we're pretty oblivious to everything. Do we come out of this alive?
You will come out of it alive, at least so far. So, you guys sail through your shift. Shikiki, that thing that I sent you lasts for better part of 4 hours.
All right.
And
Kiki
then
will continue to watch.
Okay. Instead of doing anything, the figure shimmers with a little bit of sparkles and then turns to foam that flows across the ship and dissipates.
Into the ship?
Yep. Then your shift is over, unless you want to do anything.
Kiki will, assuming that the pilots are not otherwise indisposed, Kiki will fly down to ask if they had another party member that they forgot to introduce Kiki to, or a member of the crew, maybe.
Well, you met Aowen, you met Islarin, you met me and Twilight, and then there's Ayla as well.
We've lost a few members along the way, but
Bloodsword is the one that we're going after, and then Narzal, he left with the World Eaters, isn't it? His people. But that was hopefully when we see him, it will not be on opposing forces on the battlefield.
why you ask?
Did you, was there ever, I mean, your party had so many beautiful women. Was there a beautiful woman that maybe usually dressed in green that was that's still part of your party, or maybe was part of your party?
Slaren's the only one that I know of that gets any sort of green or greenish tint or anything of that nature.
No.
Okay, so you guys don't know me too well, so I don't want to come off sounding crazy here, but and you met Master Ope, so maybe you are gonna think I am crazy. But sitting toward the back of the boat, there was a woman dressed in green. I didn't raise any alarms because honestly, she was kind of looking kindly at the boat and seemed to be more protecting than menacing. But the reason I'm mentioning her now, I mean, outside of the fact that there was somebody on the boat I didn't know, is she turned sort of to foam and then dissipated into the ship itself. So I thought maybe, there was another magical person here.
With that role, with any lore that Covet's read over the years, would she know anything above that? Would that kind of ring a bell or no? Probably not, though.
Nope.
Nope. I don't know of anything like that. Maybe Islarin would.
It's time for her shift anyway. You want to go get her and
Yeah,
have
I'll
her
go
and
wake her
Ayla?
up because I'll go wake her up and I'll mention this too. Yeah, maybe we can put our heads together before I head down for a long rest. And so yeah, Kiki will head down into the hold and find Islarin's cabin and knock on the door.
It smells like lilacs coming out of there. It's a beautiful scent. It's like trying to go to someone's dressing room as opposed to a bedroom, because you get the air of ostentatiousness, even though it's not. It's just the air of it because of who Islarin is.
Mrs. Islarin, it's your shift, and I have some things to tell you.
Islarin will open the door, already ready and dressed in full armor. Things to tell
Okay.
me.
As we walk up, I'm gonna Kiki will retell the story about the woman dressed in green.
Okay.
Islarin, does that sound like something that you would? Is that part of the lore of this ocean? I don't know.
I've never heard of such a thing. Oh, we've run into run into things out on this sea. Very, very different out on the surface. But I can't say I've ever seen anything like it.
All right. Well, I mean, I guess keep your eye out. It's your shift. I will tell you, she did seem to be watching the party, but kindly, if that makes sense. So I'm not worried about her. I don't think, but I think I would, keep your eye out.
You'd be welcome, although I've been told that kind acts do not always imply kind intentions, and kind appearances actually don't always either. I will be vigilant.
I will stay up another 4 hours, because
Okay.
all I need is 4 hours sleep.
Sure.
I'm heading to bed.
Okay.
I'll wake you for the last shift if Aowen doesn't want to wake up.
Okay.
All right. So, the rain will finally subside, and a cool night breeze comes through. As twilight goes below decks, Islarin, Covet, Kiki, and Eowyn are currently on deck. For some reason, I'm showing Twilight's call with his health still low. Apparently, he didn't take a long rest yet.
I'm at 52 of 52.
Interesting. I will find out what's going on. Don't know what's happening there. It should work. Anyway, so as you guys take your rest, is Kiki going to fall asleep or is he going to stay awake?
He's going to go to sleep in the
Okay.
crow's nest. Yeah.
Who's driving the boat?
I am for now.
You are. Excellent. Where would Covet be on the ship?
She will be towards the middle of the ship.
Okay. Excellent. So, as you two are on watch, did Eowyn wake up at this point, or is Eowyn still asleep?
Sleeps.
I'm sorry, I couldn't hear you. Repeat that.
He's still asleep.
Still asleep. Excellent. All right, so I need perception checks from Islarin and Covet. All right. Covet, you're looking over the side, and I'm going to send this note to Islarin.
My rolls are stellar today, I'm just saying.
All the bad ones out of the way.
Excellent. There we go. Cool.
Covet, keep this steady for just a moment. I'll be right back.
As you turn around, she's gone.
For mine.
Are you sure? Because I'm certain I can at least do that. I've studied enough, right?
Well, it would be good to teach you anyway.
Okay. Well, I will try to keep the ship steady, going straight.
Like a high schooler teaching a child, the tall Islarin and Covet stand next to the wheel and try to educate Covet on how to drive the ship.
And how successful am I?
Let's roll your survival check, please.
Not successful at all. I'm too distracted by her beauty and grace.
And Islaren? How well are you driving the ship?
Not great.
Okay, not great. Perhaps it's the distraction of trying to teach someone, but this ship takes a couple extra bounces and everything. It's not a smooth ride. You're not going to wreck, but it's unpleasant.
Sorry. I'm trying to learn. I'm just slow, I guess.
4
The
hours
first-
of education down the tubes.
The first step to knowing something is not knowing something.
Well, then I have a long way to go.
All right. As you guys sail through the night, nothing else happens this evening. The next watch will come up and end as well. And dawn breaks. Everyone gets a long rest. You guys wake up refreshed, ready to face yet another day. Anything you guys want to do today? You're 1 day away from Ryport, headed eastward. If you're going towards the Dragon's Horn, it is going to take you guys a week to get there.
I study for Leslie.
Okay. Roll your Arcana check, please.
Please don't do me dirty. Please don't do me dirty. You did me dirty.
Yeah. Wow.
Mm-hmm. Maybe
Dice,
it's the
you hate me.
distraction. Maybe it's the distraction of the rough ride. Whatever it is, you're not really able to focus today. What are the rest of you guys doing?
I think I'll be like at the time, like I guess like Twilight and I will probably be like trading off like shifts sailing the ship.
Okay.
But when I'm not sailing, be alternating between just like doing weapons drills, staring off into the distance, and then probably at some point chat with Kiki and just kind of ask him to show me like how he tends to fight.
How I intend to
Fight.
fight. I mean, I think this actually would not be a bad time for Kiki to probably do some practicing with his quarterstaff. So you see, he'll take the quarterstaff and start working on some of the fighting stances and practicing with that. And would be interested in doing any, if anyone wanted to spar, would be interested to spar.
Okay.
Lauren would definitely spar with you.
Cool.
Nice.
So, you guys can practice together, doing various katas and moves, testing each other's mettle, and figuring out how good you guys are at attacking and defense. Learning your own styles and a way to work together. The day passes slowly. Today is clear and cool. The front that came through is very nice and refreshing. It's a beautiful day out on the sea. There's a few clouds. One will occasionally block the sun, but only for a few moments as you guys trail eastward. Eowyn, are you still at the front of the ship?
No,
No, where would you be?
inside.
Inside the ship. Okay. Islaren, I assume you would be on deck?
Yes.
Okay. Twilight would be driving the ship, and Covet as usual, would be next to his side. Kiki is up in the crow's nest, I assume?
Yeah, when we're not sparring, Kiki will fly up, trying to keep an eye out, and then spend his time in the crow's nest.
Okay. And Ayla Taylor is below decks, seasick. She is so sick that she is currently unconscious. It is unfortunate how ill she is.
It's been a bad case of chicken.
Out of character, she's not going to make it today. So, yeah, life happens.
She feels
So-
terrible.
Mm-hmm. Well, she feels terrible in game 2. Just saying.
Farach.
Yeah. So, Mr. Kiki, Mr. Shakiki, can I
Yes.
get a perception check from you because you are on the crow's nest and might be able to see what's happening?
Or not.
Excellent. With a 5, it's beautiful seas, not calm, but not super high waves. The breeze is pushing you guys along perfectly fine eastward. Can I get history checks from Covet, Twilight, Islarin, and Eowyn? Excellent.
Really? Holy smoke!
These are different skill checks, getting different rolls. Yeah, getting still 9s. The dice do not like you today, Miss Covet. Alright. Islarin Shonazath. It's here, where you guys were assaulted by the Sahagwin last time, ambushed by them. It would be amazing if they didn't attack you again. You probably should be prepared.
Prepare the ballistas.
Why?
It's a Hogland territory.
Sahagwin. Did we get hit? Did we get attacked by those at one point?
You did.
Did indeed.
Were they the ones that crawled on the ship?
So that we harnessed ourselves, well, some of us harnessed ourselves to the ship in order to avoid being thrown over.
Oh.
Yes, was driving
They'll
at
probably
that
bring,
point.
yes, they'll probably bring sharks. So falling overboard may very well mean being eaten.
That's bad. Okay, so should we tie ourselves to the masts then, just in case?
So, especially if we intend to, unless we intend to go further out to sea to try to avoid them entirely, which is its own set of problems, but yeah, so if we don't do that, then yes, we should absolutely tie ourselves.
So those problems are for you. Is that something that you are willing to deal with if we were to go deeper?
It is a risk I'm willing to take.
In that case, I will steer the ship into deeper waters.
All right.
Are you sure? Because that was the one thing that you had requested us not do, is go into deeper waters.
It is a risk. I am hopeful that we will not need to spend enough time there to be noticed and pursued before we can get back to the Protectorate's jurisdiction.
Twilight, can you sail fast?
Doing my best.
I'll
Okay.
go to the helm to get the help action.
Excellent. Cool.
I'm going to keep an eye out on the sides of the ship.
Sure. With another perception check, please, because you're paying attention to the sides of the ship.
12.
You will see a series of shark fins to the south of you, but as you guys sail away from the shore and get beyond a mile, the shark fins will turn away and head back towards shore.
Upon that one, I will head a little bit closer back towards shore once I see that they're no longer in pursuit of us.
If you drive the ship closer to shore, they are going to return. So it's up to you. Do you want to go towards shore now, or do you want to sail out in the water until you get further out?
We'll stay out for a few more minutes.
Okay. As
But
you
at
guys...
first opportunity, I want to head back.
Excellent. Let's go ahead and roll an insight check for you, Mr. Twilight. Okay. You're not sure when they're going to stop pacing the boat, but they are generally staying between you and land, and will do so for the next 4 hours.
Didn't want to stay out here deep for 4 hours.
Okay, do you want to go back in? You're the one driving the boat.
I keep seeing this zigzag motion where if I go in, I see them move, I go back out type of thing.
Okay. Excellent.
So not to engage them, but to still not be as deep as continually staying out for the full 4 hours.
All right. Well, that's when we're going to go ahead and put you guys on the ship here, because while they're not attacking, your emotions have attracted the attention of something different.
Of course it has. Of course it has.
Kiki will try flying above the ship to see if he can see anything out in the out in the
Absolutely.
waters.
Well, a perception check, please.
Sorry. Holy crap.
Okay. I will roll my stealth check.
Yeah, that's not ominous.
So, Mr. Shakiki, you see a shadow rising from beneath the ship. It is enormous. It is almost the entire length of the ship in width and is rising quickly.
Kiki will fly down to the group and let everyone know.
Okay.
Is it a
You
whale?
guys have 6 seconds. Speaking of 6
Mandible
seconds, let's go ahead and have you guys please target your tokens, and we're going to roll for initiative.
Now I roll well. What the heck?
Except for you
Wow,
didn't
it's
target your tokens, so...
I did too. I just didn't
Well,
like.
you didn't like it, so we'll go ahead and fix that. Add turn. There you go.
Thank you. Let's do it.
All right, Eowyn's turn's on there. Who am I missing? That's all 5 of you. Excellent. Go ahead and update your numbers there, please. Kevin and Eowyn. As my initiative for today, specific encounter will result in a 10. So, going down the order here. Covet von Sin, You are told that something is rising from beneath the ship. What would you like to do?
I'm gonna do what any normal wood person would do and go over to see the side of the ship.
Okay.
So
Roll a perception check, please.
23.
23. Excellent. So below the ship, you see enormous jaws opening as a large sperm whale appears below the ship.
Oh my god, it's Moby Dick!
What would you like to do, Covet?
Gonna try to eat the ship. Alright, I'm gonna
As you
do
guys
what?
have been pretending to be a wounded animal, zigzagging to and from the shore.
Well, alright, so I'm gonna Eldritch Blast it.
Okay.
Yep. Oh, that was a crit strike, the first one.
Excellent. And your
And
critical
the
strike?
second.
Yeah, the critical strike will do 15 damage. Oh, sorry, I did that wrong. 25. And the second one on the whale, let me double
Was-
check, will hit for 9. So you'll deal
Okay.
34 damage as 2 blasts of force energy pierce the water and hit the whale.
Woohoo!
Okay. Anything else, Miss Covet?
Shoot the blasted whale. And she's like, Twilight, get it.
Okay. As Covet tells you to get it, you're currently driving the ship. Twilight, what would you like to do?
Tasha's hideous laughter at the whale.
Okay. Let me go ahead and get the spell.
And I will ask it, why should you never make a contract with the whale? The whale will eventually breach it.
Uh-huh. Okay.
Terrible.
It is terrible. And especially since it is unaffected because its intelligence is less than 4.
What? Oh, come on. Sperm whales are supposed to be smart.
So, unfortunately, your joke falls on dead waters.
Seriously, its intelligence scores less than 4.
It's got an intelligence of 3.
God damn it.
Yeah.
I continue to drive the boat.
Yep. If you want to roll a nature check, I may give you the entire sheet here, but that's up to you.
And that happened.
Okay. All right, Mr. Shakik, what would you like to do, sir?
I think so. Kiki's gonna ask if there's any. Do we have any like raw fish on the boat anywhere? Is there anything like that, like a large piece of raw fish?
Covet caught one.
Well, do I have any raw? Do I have any fish left? I should, for the rations.
Yes. But
I'm like,
do you have enough to sate a whale?
no.
No, just tempt. We don't need to sate. We just need to tempt. So if there is some raw fish, Kiki's gonna grab that in his claws and fly close to the whale, and then try to tempt the whale to swim away from the boat. So like probably, let me see. Let me actually measure that. I was here with our new measuring tool.
It's the ruler?
Yeah.
There you go.
Maybe get this smaller. Okay, I cannot go that far, but I could. I could go to here. So I'm going to go out to here and see if I can get the whale, get the whale's attention. Is what I'm trying to do. Is try to lure the whale away.
Okay. This would be an animal handling check with disadvantage because it's currently hunting the big injured animal, being the ship.
All right. Fingers crossed.
An 11, I will roll its wisdom saving throw. It got a 16. It is still tempted by the ship.
All right. I don't think I'm going to be able to do much damage. I think that's going to be it. Kiki's going to continue to try to lure it in a different direction. But for
Okay.
now, he's going to end his turn.
The whale is going to strike the ship first, trying to knock people off the ship and into the water. A 20 should hit the ship, causing a grand total of 36 damage to the ship. As some boards shatter off the sides, I need everyone to roll a dexterity saving throw with a DC of 24.
Oh,
Sorry,
I can't
20.
make that.
Dex-
Okay.
Dexterity of 20.
Ayla's aura.
Ayla is below deck, but Islaren, you have benefit from Islaren's aura, yes.
I'm gonna fall
Not
off
even needed.
again.
Okay. So, Eowyn, Islaren, and Covet all fall off the ship.
But I shall teleport back.
On your turn,
Yep.
okay. Unfortunately, it is time for the whale to bite something. It has access to 4 targets, because Kiki is flying above the water, I assume, not at water
Yeah.
level.
Yeah,
Okay.
above.
So, we're going to roll a d4, and we go top down, left to right. So Covet will be 1, Eowyn will be 2, the ship will be 3, and Islaren will be 4. It chooses to attack the ship with its bite, which would have been really bad if he had swallowed somebody, as the ship will suffer another 27 damage plus 3, so
Ooh.
30 damage.
Ooh.
All right. The
Is
ship
there a-
is not doing so well as it clamps down on it with giant teeth. You guys narrowly avoid it and are right next to it as it does so. It looks like this. So, after its turn, we go to Eowyn. Eowyn, you're in the water. What would you like to do?
Can I try and find a way back to the ship?
Yes, you left ropes dangling over the side. No one ever pulled those up. Please roll an athletics check. It's DC 10 with advantage. You easily get on board the ship. Where would you like to be?
I'm not sure.
Okay. We'll just put you back on board the ship. There you go. Anything else you'd like to do?
No.
No? Okay. It's Lauren Shunazeth.
2 questions. First, are there ropes on my side of the ship as well?
Yes, there are.
Okay. Second, is it an action to try to climb up?
It is movement.
Okay. In that case, first, I would like to try to cast Command on the whale.
Okay.
And I will tell it link the sea feature.
Okay. All right. So, what is the command that you give the whale?
Sea.
Flee. All right. So, its wisdom saving throw against your DC of 16 results in a 15. It will spend its next turn fleeing from you.
And I will. I'm up. Rogue. So let's roll that athletics check.
Okay. Cool. You get on board the ship. Anything else? No?
I'll just tell Twilight. We can put as much distance between ourselves and that thing. Right now, we may have a chance to get away.
Okay. Coven von Sin. You were in the water next to an enormous whale.
Deuces Moby, and she uses the blessing of MKL and teleports to the top of the teleports back to the deck.
Okay. Excellent. Anything else? No?
She holds her action for when she sees that that the whale is being hostile again.
Okay. Twilight's call.
I will attempt to continue to sail the ship away from Moby Dick.
Okay. Excellent. Roll your water vehicles check. Ooh.
Wow.
Something about the damage to the ship has prevented you from sailing away. And I'm going to take just a moment here and be right back. Take a quick little bio break. Give me just a moment here, and we'll be right back, guys. Give me just a moment. About 90 seconds.
I don't remember the last time I've had an outline. That's painful.
I love getting nat ones. Well, not love, but like nat ones feel so much better when they're on something that you're already bad at in the first place versus like getting a nat one on a say it's like no
Something that I'm supposed to be good at? Yeah.
Yeah. But like it is what it is. I have one other thing I can at least try. Oh. Let's see. If not, try answer 4. I should have gotten a lot further away from the edge of the ship than that.
All right, I'm back. Sorry about that. All right, so Twilight's call tries to drive the ship and fails. Anything else, Twilight? No.
I'm in disbelief at this particular moment.
He was
All right.
worried about me.
Ah. I love how you impose that upon him. Shakik, what would you like to do?
Shakik is sees that there is magic taking control of the whale and is going to hold a stunning strike for if the whale attacks the ship again.
Excellent. The whale will flee away, straight down. It spends all of its movement doing so. So it goes 120 feet down. Eowyn, what would you like to do? I'm sorry? Skip your turn? Okay. As we skip your turn, we go to Islar and Shonazath.
Alright, let's try to pour a gust of wind into the sails.
Okay. Excellent. The ship's strength saving throw. Okay. The ship is going to surge forward as it is undamaged. Cool. Your gust of wind moves it how far?
It's a 15-foot push.
Excellent. So 15 feet. Excellent. Got it. Anything else to learn?
And move so that I'm a little bit further from the edge, but yeah, I think not.
Okay.
What else?
We got a Covet von Sin.
Is this is it coming after us yet, or is it going away?
It just got done going away. You don't know what it's doing next.
I am going to hold my action
Okay.
for when that thing starts to attack us again.
Okay. Excellent. Twilight's Call. What would you like to do?
Now, with the new surge of wind, I attempt to continue to sail the ship.
Okay. Excellent. The ship will move. And will move a good 60 feet.
Plus the 15?
Yeah, we already did the 15. All right. Anything else, Twilight's Call?
No, that's it.
All right. Mr. Shakik.
Yeah, Kiki's gonna
And actually, based off of positioning, you should have. The ship relative to you is this way. So you're
so
there.
The ship is in front of me. Yep. Kiki's going to fly close to the ship, and to right about here, and then hold an action to hit with a stunning strike if the whale comes back to attack.
Okay. The whale. We're going to see what the whale's going to do. Real easy. We're going to find out if it wants to chase the ship or not. On a 1, it will chase the ship. On a 2, it will not. It's going to surge upwards aggressively towards the ship. Covet von Sin, your prepared action will fire off. And you will miss as your blast hits the water surface, forming a tunnel for the second one, which will hit for 9 damage. Excellent. The whale surges up towards the ship. Your prepared action, Shikiki. In order to hit it, you will have to hit the water surface until it breaks. Okay? So, as it comes up, you're going to hit it, and you're going to do that with a one-handed attack or 2?
Two-handed attack.
Okay, so you're going to deal 13 damage to it, and you're attempting to stun it with the stunning strike.
Yep,
It's
DC 15.
Its Constitution saving throw results in a 23 on Constitution. It's the
And
only thing it
advantage?
has advantage on Constitution. That's the only thing it has advantage on.
That appears to be greater than 15.
It does. So it does not suffer that.
Can I silvery barbs that?
Yes, you can.
And I will give the DC 20 back to Shikiki.
All right. So the lower roll is the first one here of an 11. The whale is stunned as a tiny little blue jay punches him and stuns a whale,
Landing on his nose.
landing on his
blue jays.
nose.
Blue jays can be mean.
I have never met a mean blue jay. I've only met very nice blue jays. I used to feed them out of my hand at my grandfather's house.
Oh, I had blue jays dive bomb me and my brothers.
Must suck to suck. Not sorry.
No, you're not.
The whale is stunned. Eowyn, what would you like to do? Anything, Eowyn? No? Okay. We go to Islar and Shonazath.
The gust of wind will continue, and I'm going to move over to here so that I can use the help action to help Twilight.
Okay. Excellent. So we're going to surge the ship forward another 15 feet. All right. There we go. After that, we go to Covet von Sin.
Okay. Let's, I guess, do an Eldritch Blast.
Okay.
Oh, hold on. I want to check out. Yeah. That's a Constitution saving throw. I don't want to do that. Okay. Eldritch Blast. All right.
Okay, a 13 does strike the whale. Excellent. And a 18 will. So you will deal 28 damage. As both Eldritch Blasts will hit.
Yay!
Okay. All right. Anything else, Covet?
No, nothing that I can see
Okay.
that could work. Nothing that'll work that will help. Well, could I do an empowered hex on that thing?
As a bonus action, sure.
Yeah, let's do that.
Okay. What stat would you like to reduce for the disadvantage? What skill?
Con.
Okay. That does not affect saves. It only affects skills.
Only skills?
Correct.
Okay, I'm assuming most of what he does is strength, right?
Correct.
So let's go strength.
All right. We go to Twilight's Call.
Eowyn, we could really use your help here. And I will continue to sail the boat.
Okay. Excellent.
Advantage.
With advantage. Okay.
Yeah,
You will
keep
sail the
pressing.
boat 60 feet away, which will allow the whale to make an opportunity attack on the ship.
While
Whale
stunned.
is stunned.
Oh, it's stunned. Disregard. Got it. I thought I heard Damon there for a second.
Hi, David!
Hey, David.
He's outside now, but yeah.
No investment at all. None. It's so good. I love it. All right, so Twilight Skull drives the ship away. Shikiki.
Kiki, does it look like that the whale is stunned? So there's no way that the whale is pursuing.
Correct.
So Kiki's gonna fly to the back of the ship,
Sure.
and he's hoping to convince the whale that getting his nose bloodied a couple of times is not worth this, and he's gonna drop the fish at the back of the boat, hoping that will dissuade
Okay.
the whale from pursuing.
A little fish plops into the water. Got it.
It's a minnow!
All right. The whale is stunned. Eowyn, what would you like to do?
Oh no, he's not stunned anymore. He's stunned until the end of my turn.
Oh, correct. He's not stunned now. But he
You
is
had the additional D20.
Yeah, so he's gonna go ahead and submerge as you guys have taught him a lesson. He is not doing well. So you guys will escape a sperm whale and continue sailing on.
Bad whale. Bad, bad.
I'm not gonna say a comment there.
Oh, really? I'm
Nope.
disappointed.
We need to do a damage assessment of the boat.
Yeah.
Yep. So, who's going to assess the ship shape of the boat?
Well, it's not going to be me with the way that I've been rolling recently. Somebody with better skills than me at the moment.
He will
Assuming
fly around.
that
Okay.
assuming that we are not currently seeing any sign of sharks or whales, I'll swim underneath and check the underside.
Okay. Excellent. So as you go beneath water and Kiki flies around the ship, you guys have a leak. The ship is 1/3 damaged. It is not seaworthy. If you guys come into a storm, the ship will break.
Master Ope would be very upset. We broke the one rule.
Was
What's the closest port?
You guys pull up your maps and look at the map.
It's my favorite island.
You guys do know of an island nearby. If you want to go to... There are 2 islands that are not currently on the map that you guys have heard of. One is here, and the other is here. Which one would you like to go to?
The Green Hut Isle.
You want to go to the Green Hut Isle? Excellent. Okay, Green Hut Island. Let me get you over there. Because it's always fun to go to the Green Hut Islands, right? Alright, just making sure everything is set for that. One moment, I didn't expect you guys to actually come here today.
What? We do something that's unexpected? What?
No! This specific group of people absolutely would do things that are unexpected. Alright. Especially... Oh. Yes. Alright. Here you guys go. Oh. Apparently only Ayla made it for some reason. Not everyone got sent to the Green Hunt Island, so I have to go get everybody again. One moment here. I apologize. There we go. You guys arrive at the Green Hut Islands. If you get a survival check, and it's going to be a DC 16 to drive the boat there. Excellent. You will, with some effort, make your way towards the Green Hut Islands. You guys limp your way there successfully and find yourselves arriving and pulling in safely. Find yourselves at the bottom left corner of the map. What would you guys like to do?
I will go and you see what I have in my inventory.
I'll tell Kiki her very specific set of customs here. As I try to remember what the customs were,
You know these
There-
people.
We've been here
We've
once.
been here before.
Can I roll a
Multiple
history
times.
check on remembering how, or a performance check on how to do this thing?
It's a history check to remember the customs. It's a DC 10. Okay. You remember that in order to trade, you first sit down, you kneel, and then you put what you want down, and you put your head down to the item, and you look at the person, and then you put your hand up to your forehead.
That's different than what it was before.
Is it? You sure?
Yes.
Okay. What do you think it was before? What do you have recorded?
It was the whole mimicking what they do, but emptying the cup,
Yes.
um,
I forgot about that.
then
Sorry.
putting the items in the cups. We do
Right.
and then the whole, yeah.
So you remember the ritual? I'm sorry. I don't know why I forgot that. I didn't even bother pulling it up because I thought I remembered it. Okay, so you guys go ashore.
And I'm going to attempt to barter for supplies to help repair the boat.
Excellent.
Supplies and personnel.
And personnel. Okay. To do the work for you.
To assist.
Okay. So, as you go ashore, you can roll your persuasion check, but gloss over the ritual there. Because I know that some people did not enjoy that part of the content. But with a 23 persuasion, you can absolutely convince them to do so. What are you trading?
So I will trade. I've got a net. I've got some rations, and then I happen to have a marlin fish trophy that I had up on the wall as well.
Okay. Interesting. So you're going to trade a fishing net, a couple of rations of food, and a marlin fish trophy for boat repairs.
Absolutely.
I come and kneel next to him and put in a filter of love in it as well.
Okay. They look at the filter of love questioningly. What does this do?
After you see in the next time you see a creature within 10 minutes after drinking this filter, you become charmed by that creature for an hour.
The woman instantly makes the deal, and you guys will get your ship repaired.
Thank you.
She looks at the man and jiggles the potion at him, and they will go into a tent. We will fade to black on them.
Wah, 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 wah.
Yep, so go ahead and scratch that off your character sheet, please.
Yay!
As you got rid of that.
Got the ship fixed, and all
Yep.
she got laid. We're good.
It takes 2 days for the ship to be completely repaired by these people. Is there anything you would like to do?
I will attempt to learn more of their customs, since I enjoyed myself so wholeheartedly the last time I was here.
There's a lot of sarcasm in that if you didn't pick that up. But yeah, you can pick up on some of their customs and some of their tribal worship, etc. They like to swim 4 times a day. They like to fish and go spearfishing on a regular basis in the waters nearby.
Well, they're also traders. They are treasure hunters. They withdraw the riches of the sea for those like myself to procure. And
Yep.
the intent behind this is to, I guess, almost pursue a honorary membership in hopes of potential
Ooh.
procurements in the future.
Interesting. Okay. So you're going to try to get in super good with them and try to become an honorary tribe member, or at least accepted member, someone who could come and visit, a special guest.
Especially since I did so well the last time I was here with their customs of exchange.
I gave them a filter of love. So
Yep. All right. So let's go ahead and over the next 2 days, you try to develop a rapport with the various members of the tribe. And I assume it's mostly the women or the men, because there aren't that many men here.
be the women for me for certain.
Okay. So let's go ahead and get persuasion checks. Everyone can do this if you'd like to participate.
I'm not very persuasive.
Damn it.
I'm gonna be just like going with them, like
Figure shaking.
just swimming and diving with them.
Okay. All right. So
Eowyn's good.
yeah, so Islarin and Aowen, you two get in with the tribe. Aowen will do some spearfishing and get along with the tribal members fairly well. Islarin, though, becomes very proficient in their customs and will have advantage on future encounters. So, after 2 days of beach life, enjoying the islands, getting your ship prepared, eating fresh seafood, it's ready to head out. Is there anything else you would like to do here at the Green Hut Island?
Thank you. Just thank them and be on our way, I guess.
They will give you very gracious hugs and lend you off to your way.
Been
You
a pleasure.
sail away. All right. You guys have another 5 days of sailing before you reach the Dragon's Horn. Today is a shiny day. The winds are high. You're making good time. But the waves, when the winds are high, are also high. I need you to roll your water vehicles check, which you just did with the 24. You sail smoothly along, breaking through the waves as you go. Excellent. The day passes. Is there anything you guys want to do during the day?
Study for Leslie for me, please.
Okay.
Kiki
your
will
Arcana check?
attempt to study the book on sailing as well, and ask
All right.
Islarin if she would help.
Really?
Okay. So I need an Arcana check from Sin, and I need survival check from Kiki with advantage.
Oh my gosh!
That's not good.
What
So-
the?
Shakik will learn a little bit about sailing. So, you guys continue on. It's a wonderful day. Nothing really happens. Some dolphins will jump out near the front of the ship. Pretty quiet. based off of the schedule, you guys know that you guys have missed the Banshee Fog and are not going to be facing off against that. Which is an important thing.
With the way that the way that I'm rolling right now, that would be a very good thing we've missed that.
Because of our schedule and the pace, we're going to be missing the Banshee Fog as we scale this direction.
Got one job on this show. All right, so... All right. You guys sail on, and dusk will begin to set. Anything you guys want to do before nighttime tonight? Eowyn's going to be watching the waters because of past incidents. Excellent. Let's roll a perception check from Eowyn. Eowyn's perception check comes in as a 16. Excellent. You watch the waters. Nothing seems to be happening at all. It's a nice, quiet day.
As it gets into evening, Kiki's going to fly up to the crow's nest again, but specifically be watching for the lady in green.
Okay. As night sets, you're watching, and it gets to be... Oh, something happened there. One moment. Something changed. 1 second.
You changed cameras, I think.
Yeah, something happened there. That's weird. It should just be working. It's not. Yeah, something broke. Okay. We'll worry about that in a bit. Okay. Whatever. I'll fix it later. We're focusing on the story. You guys look for the lady in green, and she will appear at the back of the ship. It happens right after sunset.
Do others see her this time?
Now that you are looking for her, it's fairly easy to see her, yeah.
And you're
Do I
back.
see her?
Yep. Yeah, you guys can all see this woman, very pretty, at the back end of the ship. She's about 5'11", flowing blonde hair, I believe. Let me double check real quick. No, flowing green hair with a yellow flower tiara. She's wearing pale green robes, and she has fair skin.
Speak up and say, to what do we owe the pleasure of your company?
She smiles kindly, almost pitifully at you guys. She shakes her head and looks at the stars for a moment.
Covet
Keep my
pulls
eyes on
out.
her.
Covet pulls out her sketchbook and begins to sketch this woman.
As you are about to start, she holds up one finger, asking you to stop.
Covet stops, but takes in every detail of this person.
Okay. Cool. We're going to go
Can we
ahead and
get a
put you
name?
on this map here, just for the record. There you go.
If you don't let me sketch you, may I ask your name?
She nods. And as she speaks, she's going to say the words. Let me get the words here. The words are Stardust Silverwind. And she says those two words. I need everyone aboard the ship to make a wisdom saving throw, or be charmed by her. And the DC for this is a DC 13.
So great.
And I get an advantage.
Okay.
+5 because you're near me.
I do too.
Plus 5,
Yep.
16.
And that doesn't help me.
16 for me.
Okay. Excellent. So Twilight's Call is charmed and is the only one who is charmed.
I don't think Kiki has advantage on this. I mean, unless I still have advantage from the fight.
No. It's
Yeah, so
been
that-
more
so
than
Kiki is,
yeah.
Yeah, Kiki is also.
All right, so Kiki and Twilight's Call are both charmed.
All the males.
You consider
Okay.
this woman to be absolutely beautiful. You've never seen someone more attractive, with Covet being a close second.
Oh,
Yeah, I mean, Kiki's just gonna try to move closer then, probably.
Okay.
Hey, I mean, is there something we can do to help you? You're such a pretty lady. I wanna help you out.
Covet moves to the other side of Twilight.
Twilight looks at her. Hello there.
She smiles kindly, almost patronizingly at you, Twilight. Hello.
Covet steps in front of Twilight and kisses him very passionately.
She smiles. It does not clear his charmed condition, but
Makes me feel better.
yep. She looks at you, smiling at your possessiveness. She finds no fault in it at all.
Let him go. He's mine.
I have no control. He's
So
capable of doing whatever he wants. He's not dominated. He just considers her to be friendly.
so what brings you aboard?
I like watching.
Anything in particular?
I like seeing how you act. I find it curious.
And how can we sate your curiosity?
Oh, just don't mind me. Just, I like to watch at night. You're quite entertaining.
Why, thank you. I do try to perform my best.
I'd love to hear your stories. I'd love to have them if that's okay.
I elbow Twilight.
Ow! You are
What do you mean, have stories?
I'd like you to tell me your stories.
I am always willing to regale a listening ear with my tales.
Ah. Well, I've told you my name. Could I get yours?
Elbow Twilight again.
You may refer to me as Twilight.
Thank you for giving me your name.
I didn't say I gave it to you. I said you may refer to me.
Very well. And can I get their
I don't-
names as well?
I don't see why not. She seems like such a
Yeah.
nice lady. I'm Shakik Al Nasri.
Hello, Shakik Al Nesri. Nice to get your name.
Call me
Now.
Kiki though. That's what all my friends call me.
I'll gladly call you Kiki. She smiles and says, "Now, isn't the sea and stars beautiful tonight?"
They pale in the presence of some.
She looks at you and smiles as she knows you're referencing Covet.
Damn right, he's referencing me.
So, I understand you're headed eastward towards the Dragon's Horn. I don't like the island you just visited. They're not very hospitable.
They were pleasant company for us.
They deceived you. You didn't check what they took from your boat.
Were you watching them on the boat?
I was watching them, but I wasn't on the boat.
What did they take?
That's not my place to tell you. But you may want to check your cargo hold.
I put my hand on Twilight's shoulder, and I call out Absinthe and say, "Absinthe, go check the hull. Show me what's there."
Okay. And the little dragon goes and scurries down the doors and into the cargo hold. As you have the little dragon go through and everything, he looks and sniffs around. There's a couple things missing from the ship. There's a crate of rations that are missing. There's also a couple lengths of rope. A cargo net that was unused on the side of the ship. That's gone. And one of the spare sails is gone.
Great. Anything else, or is that just it?
That's it.
Okay, I have Absinthe come back to me. And when he comes back to me, I give him a little sugar cube for a job well done.
He takes it, stuffs it in the side of his cheek, and will slowly suck on it.
Thank you for letting us know that things are missing.
Of
We
course.
will have to replace these items.
I get a
Is there
sense that
anything-
he's being straightforward, both in the fact that like missing and like there's not something else happening, and that that she believes that it was actually taken at Green Hood Isle.
Okay, roll 2 insight checks, please. Okay. All right. I'm going to roll a check, and I'm not going to tell you what it is, but all right. So, she is not being completely straightforward, but yeah, she believes that it happened at Green Hood Island.
Is there anything in
I'll just
particular
ask,
you would like to watch?
I just like watching people go through life. After all, it's not often that my home gets visited, so I figured I would just, watch people passing through.
Where's your home?
There is home for you.
Oh, all over.
Is it of
She
this plane?
shrugs. Well, yes. Where's your home? You seem to be asking a lot of questions and not giving a lot of answers.
My home is long gone.
That's a shame. Poor girl. I'm sorry. I pity you. It's good for everyone to have a place to call home. Wouldn't
My
you agree?
home. I would agree, but my home is where Twilight is.
Oh, at the edge of day and dark.
Yes.
I have a sister who lives there.
Oh? Who's your sister?
Oh, I'm not at liberty to say. But I'm glad you call it home. She'll be encouraged. Now, if you don't mind, I'm just going to enjoy the view of the stars. And enjoy the smooth ship as you sail along. Is that okay?
What is it that you haven't been telling us?
I've told you everything I wish to.
I understand that. What is it that you aren't telling us?
What is it that you haven't told me? You ask many questions, but provide no information and are violent against your own party members. It doesn't seem very hospitable.
I'm not violent against my own party members. If you observed the Inkikian combat, that was simply an exercise to test our skills.
Oh, I meant you're jabbing your friend there with your elbow.
Yeah, that hurt.
That was to make
That-
sure you were still you.
I am me.
If-
Why
if-
would that be me?
If I wanted to hurt him, he would notice.
Oh, he would be dead.
That would be a shame. After all, he seems to be such a nice, charming young man.
Twilight bells.
Now, you have not provided much information because you have not requested it of us. So, however, I ask you, why are you so convinced that our items were stolen at Green Hut Isle?
She smiles almost sadly at you that you didn't pick up on this. And because I saw it happen. You're a Shonazath, aren't you? Just judging by the armor. Can I get your
Yes.
position, please, in the Protectorate?
May not. Both because I understand what you're doing and because I currently have no position.
She looks just for a moment angry at your response. And then returns to her smiling face. Fine. Keep your secrets, Islar and Shonazath.
If you don't mind me asking, and I will give you a never mind. I don't think I can put it into words properly.
Do try, dear.
What do you know of the Dragon's Horn?
Oh, well, that's an unpleasant place. Jagged
Do I see
rock.
any reaction from her being as close as I am? When
Reaction to the Dragonhorn?
Yeah.
a spark of recognition, just the slightest eyebrow twitch. The Dragon's Horn, horrible place. Jagged rocks, tiny beach. It's unpleasant. No one would want to go there, and it's guarded by a bitch of a woman who doesn't like me very much.
Why wouldn't she like someone as beautiful as you?
She doesn't like anyone, not just me. The last time that people went ashore, she killed 30 people just because they stepped foot on the beach.
We've heard that it's a place of enlightenment, but what you're telling...
Enlightenment. Whatever.
Who is this woman, do you know? Her name?
I do know her name. And I'm going to go get that for you because I didn't think we were going to get to this part of the questioning. One moment.
Hello, my name is Covered von Sin, and I ask all the questions.
Yeah. Okay. Where is my thing? I want to get this right because it's important. I have so many dragons. That's not her. Goodness gracious. Didn't realize I had this many dragons. Sorry, guys.
There be dragons.
It's Ige. And I will put that in chat here. Ige. The Death Lady. She is not to be trifled with.
Now that is a title.
Is there anything that we can do to possibly appease her?
You go there, you will be dead. And then my shows will be over. Don't go. She puts one leg over the side. As she does so, of course, her skirt rides up to her thigh. And she smiles, waves, and jumps over the side, disappearing from view.
Hi, it was nice meeting you.
Until we meet again.
Dragons. Well, we go to the Dragon's Horn, and there's Ige, the Death Lady. We go to Fort Folly, and there's the tribal leaders.
And the big ass dragon that burns the town every 2 to 3 times a day.
Dragons! Dragons! Death one way, death the other. Which way do you want to fry today?
Personally, I kind of like my current complexion.
Not tan?
Though you could use a tan.
Or flayed.
Okay, guys, what do you want to do?
I mean,
Everything.
it seems like there's a lot pushing us away from Dragon's Horn. And what is that? You said that there are meetings there. Do the meetings, are there places we can get information that we could learn more about what maybe where your party member might be held?
So the meetings of the tribal leaders was at Fort Folly on a Friday. That wasn't at the Dragon's Horn. But the many people that we've talked with that were from Australia, didn't like the tribal leaders. And evidently there's a conflict between dragons and the tribes as well.
Okay, ask a question. Who from Ostria have you spoken to?
Judith was the individual we spoke to.
Right. Okay.
And we're not supposed to say her name either once we get to Australia.
Interesting.
No pressure.
I'm guessing that Kiki would not know anything about Judith.
No, there's no way Kiki would know anything about Judith.
Oh, Judith's
That
just
falls
a
to the
wonderful person.
involvement.
What does Judith do? How do you know her?
She is a purveyor of magical items, effects, and all things wondrous.
She sounds like a good person to know.
She really is. She's a sweetheart, and she gave us much information of Australia. Apparently, this is where she's from, but it's so. I don't know how to explain it. She's no longer, I wouldn't say welcome, but it's not home for her anymore. She's told us much of it in regards to there's spirits everywhere. There's we need to, gosh, I'm trying to find my notes, hold on. There's fear in the mountains. There's the wayfarers. There's not sleeping on the ground. Just so much.
I suspect
So-
that learning about culture firsthand will be similar to how I felt when I realized that didn't put very much salt in your foods.
I hear salt helps you retain water.
It's a balancing act.
It also reminds me to drink water.
Hydrate or dihydrate.
Exactly.
Drink water.
Especially where you are.
Yeah.
It's important up there.
So what's the consensus, team? Is this we continue on to Dragon's Horn and meet dragons? Or do we go down to Fort Folly?
And meet
It
dragons.
seems like we'd meet dragons down in Fort Folly too, right?
Yeah,
Yes,
but
yes,
at
yes.
least we do know the ones down at Fort Folly are angry. And we've only heard rumor that the ones up at the Dragon's Horn are angry.
And if that woman's enemies at the Dragon's Horn, then that really speaks more highly of it than if she didn't. But on the other hand, when the moniker of the Death Lady certainly is unlikely to be an ally of any kind.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know a lot of the local customs, but Death Lady seems bad.
Unless it is simply one who, I suppose, maintains the dead in order to guide them safely to MKL's realm, but again, seems unlikely.
And you know of MKL?
It's difficult not to have heard some about MKL. Not a particular devotee, if that's what you're asking.
Well, MKO prefers the final death. Oh, here it is. Fort Folly, arrive on a Friday. The various tribal leaders meet on the east side of the tower. Dragons are strong and strafe in random patterns. Cyclopses and crabs. All buildings have been looted. Um, yeah, all the buildings have been looted, but can help with maneuvering. Um, yeah, that's pretty much all I have at the moment.
So the buildings have been looted. So that means that the town's been sacked.
It certainly seems that way.
Impression
By
is
the
that it
tribes?
exists in a perpetual state of being sacked.
Ah,
And dragons are always there. They fly out, they strafe 3 or 4 times a day, and various patterns. And there's cyclopses and crabs and all of the bad things. So it's either go see Death Lady with death in her name, or have questionable death with Fort Folly.
And she can't be that bad.
well, she did. I mean, our friend, that nice lady that was just here, did say that when the last time anyone went ashore, 30 people died. That seems bad.
So let's just not go ashore and still talk to Death Lady.
Yeah.
Works for me. Let's go.
All right.
Okay.
So as we gloss over the next 5 days,
I'm studying for Leslie.
you're going to study for Leslie. Please roll your
Yes.
5 Arcana checks. Finally,
Nice.
you get into the good part of the book instead of the introduction.
Yay.
So you will get
I will continue to
Four
study,
successes.
try to study
ship
sailing as well.
vehicles. Excellent. Roll your 5 checks, please, for
I will
survival.
give him blocks of instruction as well.
Okay. So with advantage, please. So 1 success, 2, 3, 4, and
Ouch.
statistically, that's highly unlikely. But you got 4 successes. Excellent. You're pretty proficient. Not quite actually proficient in the technical sense, but you're getting there.
I have 6 checks for Leslie. I don't know
Yeah.
what that means. How many
Oh,
do I
I do.
need?
7.
Buggy.
Yeah. So, as you guys are headed towards, and I'm going to ask one last time, for follow your Dragon's Horn, Twilight's Call.
Because I didn't get a definitive thou shalt not, we're still headed towards Dragon's Horn.
Very well. As you guys are approaching the Dragon's Horn, the ship is going to sail through a debris field. You guys will notice debris from several different ships. Not just 1 or 2, but at least 6 different ships. Different types of wood, different styles, different shapes of the ships. Floating, bumping into the ship's hull. A sail here, a mast over there, a wrecked escape boat. You'll see a couple bodies being attacked by sharks. Your ship is currently unaffected as it sails forward. Yes, ma'am.
Is there? I run down to the hull cargo area and see if there's like something with like a hook on it, or where we can push these things away from our newly repaired ship.
Sure.
If
There's a couple gaffs. You guys are unfamiliar with what a gaff is. It is a long pole between 6 and, or actually between 1 foot and 20 feet long, with a large metal hook on the end, designed for landing fish or maneuvering lines, etc.
You have to be
Just
very
trying.
careful if you're using one while you're talking, because then you might say something that you really didn't mean to.
Yes, and then you would have made a gaff.
Oh my gosh.
In real life, be
White
very
Java
careful with
machine.
one of these things. If you ever go on a fishing vessel and they have one, be very careful with them, because I've seen one go into a guy's leg before. It's not pleasant.
No.
Yeah, it went, 5 inches in. It was highly
Not
unpleasant.
good. Not good.
Yeah. The scary part is we kept sailing. He pulled it out, bandaged it up, and he went to the hospital after we got ashore.
Wow, okay.
Tough dude. Anyway, that was in Florida.
It's just a flesh wound.
Right? Bizarre to me.
Uh,
He didn't scream or anything. He just let out an expletive. Anyway, moving on. You guys sail through all of this debris, bodies, etc., until you guys arrive where on the map it says the Dragon's Horn is. Is there anything you'd like to do before you get to that space?
say a quick prayer to MKL for protection.
Excellent. So you're going to pray to the god of death for protection.
Well, if there is a death, it's a swift death. And the final
Got it.
one.
Very well. So, as you guys pull up to the Dragon's Horn, in the distance you can see a very rocky shore to the south of you. Waves are breaking against it, shattering the water up into the sky 30 feet. You guys search and search for a place to dock. And while you don't see a place to dock, you do see a little beach where you could land a skiff. Do you wish to anchor out here in the water, or do you wish to get closer?
I like anchoring out in the water. What do
Okay.
you think, guys?
I think so as well.
All right. Cool. So you drop anchor out here among all of the debris of other ships. You guys getting in the skiff? And if so, is anyone staying aboard the ship?
How far is shore from the boat?
In order to be safe from the rocks, you would need to be about a quarter mile out.
Way farther than what absinthe can do for me.
Okay. Just
I
for
don't
the
think it's
record,
a good idea to split the party.
It is such a bad idea to split the party.
yeah. All right. So they're encouraging you to go with Eowyn. Do you want to go with? Okay. So Eowyn does not want to go, but will do so anyway.
Feel
So
that.
as you guys hop into the boat and leaving the Emirazi's Revenge at anchor outside the Dragon's Horn, you guys make your way towards the shore. The waves form breakers, and you're going to have to surf the little rowboat towards the shore. I need your guys' water vehicle check. This is going to be a DC 20. So, As your little rowboat, does anyone have anything else they'd like to do as far as that goes? No?
Guidance for
Too
Miss
late.
Lauren? I don't know.
Unless you have a way to re-roll it, I believe, with the DC 20 and you failed by more than 5, your skiff shatters upon the rocks of the Dragon's Horn.
Lovely.
You have no way back to the Emirazi's Revenge. And that is where we're going to end for today. I hope you guys had fun. And you're now boat wrecked on the shores of Australia with no way up.
Is the ship anchored out in the harbor? Is that the...
There's no
Yeah.
harbor. It's just anchored out in the water, yes.
anchored
Quarter mile out. But with the waves as they are, getting out there would be exceedingly difficult. And if you failed, you would be killed by being bashed into the rocks.
I mean, Kiki's was flying above the skiff.
Yeah.
So could fly back out to the ship, but I don't...
Good,
but,
yeah.
But I don't know
How would
what
you
he
get the
would
rest
do
of the
when he got
people?
out there.
Right.
Yeah. He certainly cannot carry each one of the party members out with him.
No, considering he's a small creature, no.
Yeah. Maybe if we had... Does anybody have enlarge reduce?
No,
What if
probably
my
not.
phantom steed? Can't he run on water?
I don't believe so. Can he?
Well, he could if I cast Water Walk on him. No, well, it's not a creature though, is it? Phantom Steed. A Fine Steed.
Right, it's a spirit. Right.
Could get a Fine Steed and cast Water Walk on it.
Well, we'll have to figure that out next week.